Let's be honest, some days, it feels like the tank's running on empty. You wake up groggy even after a full night's sleep. The afternoon crashes hit harder than they used to, and workouts that once felt energizing now leave you drained. Somewhere along the way, the spark that used to carry you through the day begins to dim. But it's not just about feeling tired. It's about that deeper sense of vitality, your drive, your presence, your confidence, slowly fading into the background. And here is the truth most men aren't told. This isn't just getting older. It's not something you have to accept or adapt to. More often than not, it's your body asking for help. It's trying to tell you that the energy you need, the clarity you crave, and the strength you've always relied on, they haven't disappeared. They're just being blocked. By stress, by poor sleep, by nutrient gaps, and sometimes by a body that's lost its rhythm. But the good news is, you can reset that rhythm. And you don't need a medicine cabinet full of synthetic fixes to do it. What your body really wants, what it thrives on, are natural allies. Nutrients and compounds that come from the earth, not a lab. Supplements that don't override your system, but support it, quietly, steadily, and powerfully. You see, your body has a blueprint. It was designed to generate energy, fight fatigue, bounce back from stress, and keep going with clarity and focus. But in our modern world, that blueprint often gets buried under processed food, long hours, and endless stimulation. The result? A man who's running at half capacity. He's still showing up, but barely. He's pushing through, but with less and less return. This is where natural supplementation steps in, not to replace your body's systems, but to remind them how to function at their best. Think of it like tuning an instrument. Everything is still there, it just needs adjustment. And once that alignment happens, you don't just get energy, you get sustainable energy. You don't just wake up, you wake up ready. Let's talk about why this matters. Because energy isn't just about how awake you feel. It's about your presence in every part of your life. When your energy is strong, you lead better. You listen better, you recover faster. You show up more fully for your partner, your kids, your mission. Energy is the fuel behind your goals, and without it, everything starts to feel like a grind. But with the right natural support, that grind starts to shift. You start to feel a lift, not a jolt like caffeine gives you, but a deep, sustained kind of power. The kind that helps you move through your day with clarity, not chaos. With direction, not distraction. And if you're thinking, I've tried supplements before, they didn't do much, you're not alone. A lot of men feel let down by powders and pills that overpromise and underdeliver. But here's the catch. Not all supplements are created equal. Many are poorly absorbed, full of fillers, or simply not matched to what your body actually needs. The key is finding natural compounds that have been studied, that support your body's existing systems, and that align with your unique stage of life. Because what worked for you at 25 might not cut it anymore. Your metabolism has changed, your hormone levels have shifted. Your recovery needs more attention. And the right natural support can make all the difference in helping your body adapt, recharge, and perform like it used to, or even better. Now, this isn't about taking a magic pill and suddenly feeling 10 years younger. It's about building a foundation. Laying brick by brick, a new kind of resilience. One that starts with restoring your body's natural capacity to generate energy, fight fatigue, and reclaim that quiet confidence you might have lost somewhere along the way. You might notice the changes in small moments at first. You get through a meeting without losing focus. You go for a walk after work instead of collapsing on the couch. You wake up with just a bit more drive, a bit more strength in your voice, a bit more fire in your gut. These moments build. They become a pattern. And soon, that spark you thought was gone becomes your new baseline. Because here's something powerful to remember. You're not meant to fade. You're meant to evolve. Your energy isn't supposed to disappear. It's supposed to be redirected. And when you give your body what it truly needs, you start to feel like a man in motion again, not just surviving the day, but owning it, That's what we're tapping into here. Not hype, not gimmicks. Just the raw, real potential that's been in your body all along, waiting for the right support to bring it back online. Let's get real. Energy isn't just about how your body feels. It's about how your life feels. And the moment you start feeling drained, you notice it in every area. You're more irritable, more forgetful. You push through your tasks, but your mind's not in it. And after a while, that becomes your new normal. Except it's not normal at all. It's a signal. Your body is trying to adapt, but it's running on empty. And no matter how strong your willpower is, no one performs well when the tank's dry. That is why so many men end up stuck in survival mode, just trying to get through the week, hoping next Monday will feel different. But here's the truth. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You can't keep expecting your body to do more when it's being given less. That's where the right natural supplements come in. Not just as a band-aid for exhaustion, but as a real biological solution to the systems that are breaking down. Let's talk about adaptogens. These aren't just buzzwords. They replants with the remarkable ability to help your body handle stress better. One of the most powerful is ashwagandha. For centuries, it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine to reduce cortisol, the stress hormone that drains your energy, disrupts your sleep, and makes you feel on edge. When cortisol is balanced, you sleep deeper, your anxiety drops, and your natural energy rises without needing more coffee to fake it. Another game changer? Rhodiola rosea. If you've ever felt mentally burnt out, like you just can't focus no matter how hard you try, this plant is like a breath of fresh air for your brain. It helps restore your cognitive function and stamina by supporting your body's resilience to mental and physical fatigue. And when you're less mentally exhausted, your performance naturally improves at work, in the gym, and in how you show up in your relationships. Let's not forget COS10, a supplement your cells depend on to produce energy. Think of it like the spark plug in your mitochondria, the powerhouses of your cells. Without enough COQ10, your cells struggle to convert food into fuel. That is why so many men in their 30s and beyond start supplementing with it and notice a boost in energy, especially if they're on statins, which can deplete it. It's not hype, it's just science. Then there's magnesium, one of the most underrated minerals out there. It plays a role in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, including energy production, muscle recovery, and stress regulation. And most men are deficient. That's why adding it back, especially at night, can lead to better sleep, fewer cramps, and a deeper sense of calm that carries into the next day. But here's the key to all of this: consistency. Supplements aren't a magic if you take them once a week and forget the rest of the time. They're support. They're reinforcement. And when taken daily, they stack their benefits slowly, steadily, powerfully. Just like strength training or building a business, the impact shows up through repetition. And I get it, life is busy. You might be thinking, I don't have time to plan all this. But that's the beauty of it. Once you find the right stack, the combination that works for your body, you're talking about a 60-second routine in the morning, maybe a few moments at night. That's it. That's all it takes to start feeling sharper, calmer, stronger. And those seconds you invest, they multiply into hours of higher quality energy, deeper focus, and more control over your day. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up without an alarm and actually feel ready. To finish a workout and not need the rest of the day to recover. To handle stress without feeling like it's handling you. That's what this kind of natural support unlocks. Not a fake high, not a quick spike, but a real, grounded vitality that stays with you through the day. And it's not about taking everything at once. In fact, less is often more. Start small. Add 1 or 2 key supplements. Give your body time to respond. Pay attention to how you feel, not just in terms of energy, but clarity, mood, even motivation. Then adjust. This is your body we're talking about. It's not a machine, it's a living, intelligent system that's constantly sending you feedback. Learn to listen. And here's something powerful. When you start feeling better, you do better. You make better food choices. You move more. You start reclaiming parts of your day that used to be a struggle. That's what real health does. It creates momentum. And the more you build, the more your body rewards you. If you're waiting for some perfect moment to start, don't. There's no better time than now to take back your energy, to feel like yourself again, and to move through life with more presence and power. Because when your energy rises, everything else follows. Your drive, your discipline, your decisions. And this journey you're on, it's not about chasing youth. It's about stepping into your potential with strength, focus, and clarity. The moment you start to feel that lift, that sense of energy flowing again, you realize how much you were carrying without even noticing. How many days you were dragging through. How many times you chalked up fatigue to just life. But now, something's different. You're not just surviving the day. You're meeting it head on. And that's the shift we're after, not perfection, not extremes, just momentum. As you continue building that momentum, another key factor comes into focus, your foundation. And that includes the often overlooked nutrients like zinc, vitamin D, and omega-3 compounds that directly impact your testosterone levels, immune strength, brain function, and emotional balance. When you lack them, your engine slows down, your motivation dips, and your ability to bounce back from stress or workouts takes a hit. Let's talk about zinc. It's a mineral most people associate with immunity, but it's also a quiet powerhouse for male health. Your testosterone production depends on it. Your wound healing, your reproductive health, even your sense of taste and smell, all influenced by this one nutrient. And since the body doesn't store zinc well, it needs to be part of your regular routine. A deficiency might not make you feel sick, but over time, it can drain your strength without you realizing why. And then there's vitamin D, which despite being so simple to get from sunlight, remains one of the most common deficiencies in modern life. Whether it's long work hours indoors, cloudy climates, or just too much time behind screens, we've become a generation running low on something we're biologically wired to need. Vitamin D doesn't just lift your mood, it sharpens your cognition, supports your immune system, and works synergistically with other nutrients to fuel energy and balance. Now combine that with omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA, you re-giving your brain the lubrication it craves. These fats reduce inflammation, improve focus, protect your heart, and support joint function. And while they're abundant in fatty fish like salmon or sardines, many men don't get enough through diet alone. That is why supplementing with a high-quality fish oil or algae-based omega-3 can be one of the most powerful things you do, not just for your energy, but for your longevity. But even with all the right nutrients, there's one ingredient that often gets overlooked: patience. This isn't a sprint. You're not trying to hack your body into some short-term high. You're trying to restore a deeper rhythm, one that builds real strength, real stamina, and real presence. And that takes consistency. That takes commitment. It's easy to give up after a few days when you don't feel fireworks. But health doesn't shout, it whispers. And if you keep showing up, if you stay consistent, those whispers become confidence. They become clarity. They become a version of yourself that doesn't need motivation because it is driven from the inside. This is the moment where you choose. Do you stay where you are, stuck in cycles of fatigue and frustration? Or do you step into a life where your body feels supported, your energy feels real, and your presence can be felt by the people who matter most to you? Because here's what I believe: you were never meant to fade out. You were meant to evolve, to rise, to adapt, and to keep growing stronger as life demands more of you. And the tools you need? They're not locked away in some elite system. They're simple, they're natural, and they've been there all along waiting for you to reach for them. So take the step. Start the routine. Pick one supplement, then another. Feel your body respond. Let your mind clear. Let your energy return, not with force, but with intention. And as you do, share this journey. Talk to other men. Support each other. Break the silence around energy, burnout, and health. Because too many men suffer quietly, thinking it's just them. But it's not. And when one of us rises, we all rise. If this message spoke to you, leave a comment below, share your story, your struggles, or what you're committing to. Hit the like button if you found value here. Subscribe if you're ready for more practical, grounded advice on how to live with strength and purpose. You're not broken. You're not behind. You're just ready for the next level. And now, you know where to start.